For fans of America's pastime, it's the kind of day, especially in Twins fans, that brings excitement and optimism. This is our year for what's ahead. And in recognition of that, Kent Erdahl is here with the story of how a particular Twins fan who has helped the team literally bring that excitement over the years, literally take it with.
Yeah, that's right, Jana. If you are a diehard Twins fan, you might already be aware of the big effort that comes with moving the team down to Florida ahead of spring training. They had a viral video on social media about it about a week ago, but very few of you know the fan who actually makes all of that go. Before players can report to spring training, they need something to throw.
Fully used baseballs.
That's where Mike Herman comes in. The Twins director of team travel considers moving day the unofficial start of baseball season.
Every single group in our organization has a need for this day, and that's to get stuff on this truck and head down to Fort Myers so we can all prepare and be ready for spring training.
This year, that meant boxes and boxes of brand new gear to match all the new branding. Plus, a lot of stuff fans might not expect, from Joe Ryan's vintage bike to another pitcher's golf clubs.
Kenta made it.
Which brings us to the moving day MVP.
So his club's made it on the truck. We know that much.
Joe Fisher isn't a Twins employee, but for the last 6 seasons, this lifelong Twins fan and his teammates with Burger Transfer have handled the team's biggest move.
You want that? Be good to this one.
With care.
He's almost a member of the team. Joe does a great job of loading the truck. That's the most important part. Making sure that we use every cubic foot inside that trailer.
Every year, you know, they always, I don't think we're going to get it. I said we're going to get it. Like, we got plenty of room.
Of course, that's not to say
You got anything else goofy in there?
there haven't been a few curveballs.
A few years back, we had an ice cream machine. They decided they got to have the ice cream machine, but they didn't figure it out until the truck was already almost done loading. And it turned into an ordeal.
But like a closer coming in with the bases loaded and nobody out, Joe worked his way out of that jam. And if you watch him work, you quickly see how. Turns out, he's playing a different game entirely.
I'm playing Tetris on an advanced level.
I would call this Super Tetris, and I would call Joe a master at that game.
It's a challenge, but that's another thing I love about this job is it's a new challenge every day. You never put the same puzzle together twice.
And when it comes to this specific job, he enjoys the second puzzle even more.
This looks like a hat locker.
The coolest thing is when they're ready to come back home and I go back down in a couple months after spring training's over, I get to hang out kind of in the clubhouse for like a week and load the truck over a few days instead of a few hours. So I get to, like I was sitting down eating breakfast in the clubhouse with Tony Oliva and Justin Morneau and Paul Molitor. I mean, it's a dream come true, right?
He never asks for photos, though he has requested a few autographs.
Probably close to 100, I'd say.
But keep in mind,
Frankie,
his favorites
Hot Rod.
aren't exactly household names.
I felt like I needed to have the clubhouse team sign this for me because they're the real heroes behind the show.
And on this day, there's no one those heroes would rather hand the ball to.
Whatever they want, we take it. It's really cool.
And Joe doesn't just pack that truck, he drives it too. And as you might have guessed by now, 3 days after leaving Minneapolis, he made it down to Fort Myers and made all the important deliveries. No word on how many holes of golf Kenta Maeda has played so far, though. Jan.
You know, my first thought, and maybe it's just because I'm a worried parent and that just translates into everything, but please tell me he didn't pull over. Like, I just don't think that you should leave that truck out overnight at a motel. You just go straight through.
He does have a sleeper cab,
okay,
so that helps. But he said that ice cream machine, he actually had to get off and move it around because it caused weight issues at a weigh station. He said luckily that year, the Highway Patrol let him go, and he got everything off safe and sound.
It would be the most Minnesota thing I heard today if the Twins were late to start training camp because an ice cream machine caused all their gear to be held up and all that.
You never know, Jana.
It could happen. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah.